And now comes Willie's moment. Pat Gallagher on the right there, who won the Scottish National with him last year. And this year, he's done it again. Nick Musto on the right there. Now the top should come off because the press were saying they were at Closutton this week, and there it is, the top is off. It's been his cookie jar, if you like. He stores the chocolates in it and offered a chocolate to all the press from the Champion Trainers Trophy, just sort of rubbing salt into the British trainers' wounds. I think the best way to describe Willie for me is he's a charming assassin.
But he's just got a gift, and the things that he does when you go there and you see all those horses going around him, he spots things that you can't see to your naked eye. There is a bit of a genius gift to him, that's for sure.
And he gets that trophy. There's no prize money involved in this, AP. Is this all about history, legacy? Because he's going to be hungry for more, I sense.
Yeah, I would think so. And look, at no stage probably, I don't even know after Cheltenham if you really fancied to win a trainer's title, and then obviously won a Grand National and such a strong hand, won a Scottish National. But it's the depth of talent that he has. But that's great credit to him, and we can, you got to look. Everyone else has got to look and think that's the bar, that's the heights that we've got to get to. That's where we've got to try and beat him. And Dan Skelton know that. And in fairness to him, he raised his game again this year from last year. He won more prize money he never had done before, and he knows he's going to have to do the same again next year. And it's about getting the army stronger again for next year and having another go.
But it is sort of bludgeoning power of the stable. It's completely overpowered the domestic trainers. He's going to win the Irish title for an 18th time. Should we be reveling in this extraordinary domination, or should we be concerned? Because some people would think, oh, this is off-putting.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of British trainers that will be pleased to see the back of him, because there's a few races that they would have won had they not had to contend with Willie Mullins. And it shows you the power that he has and the might, that when he sets his sights on something, he's a tough man.
Champion trainer once again alongside me, Willie Mullins. Willie, congratulations. This is the culmination of a years-long hard work once again.
Well, I like to think it's more than a year. I mean, I'm training 34 or 5 years, so I've done many years Dan is training, but it's just a whole lot goes into it, and I know Dan has lost, and I feel for him because so much was said and written about the whole last month. Like, I couldn't even read a newspaper or watch TV. I just blanked the whole thing out. Started watching soccer and rugby and everything just to take my mind away from it. And Dan Dan has had an extraordinary year himself. Yeah. And so it'll come his way. It'll come his way in time. I mean, he's so far ahead of the rest. It's tough. I know it's tough. I know how I'd feel going home now. I know how he must feel, but it'll come his way. He's got the right people behind him, and he's got a great team around him.
I know you need to go. We're off air very shortly. So final question. Vincent O'Brien won 2. He didn't win 3. Will you be going for it from the start next year to try and get the 3rd?
No, I think I'll just be training nice horses for nice people, which I always do, and things work out. It'll work out. And, I've got a great team at home. I've got great owners at home, and that's what I enjoy doing. And if it ends up with one of these again, I'd be delighted. But if not, I wish Dan the very best for next year.
You've delivered some brilliant horses for us to enjoy this year. Thank you so much for that, and congratulations, Willie.
Thank you. It's great to be able to come over here and enjoy a day like today. The crowd have been tremendous, and just the whole welcome here, and in Aintree and Cheltenham, just fantastic. And it just shows what a great sport we have. And I'm not talking about Irish-English rivalry. There's a little bit there, but I think the sport is more than that. I think it shows the people who love horses, who love racing. They're all in it, no matter who you're shouting for.
Well said. Well done.
Thank you very much, Ollie. Thank you.
We start with Mullins or Sean Bowen?
Ed's sport is all about winning, and they've won more than anyone else, and you got to applaud them, you got to admire them, and it's up to everyone at the start of next week to try and get to that level of trying to compete and trying to beat them. Sean Bowen, great credit to his family to ride that number of winners, to finish it off with winning the big race here. He's a top-class person, and Willie Mullins, what can we say? He's going to be champion trainer in Ireland as well. Phenomenal achievement. But you got to want to try and beat him, and that's what Dan Skelton and the others will be trying to do next year.
Sum it up, Mick.
Oh, look, the man is a genius, Willie Mullins, and let's not forget, he's got a big week coming next week as well at Punchestown with some big grade ones. He's going to have a host of stars to unleash for that. But I think we're privileged to see Sean Bowen come out and chat to us, and you see what a level-headed young man he is. He's ambitious though, don't be fooled. He'll be wanting as many titles as he can get.